It was a quiet Sunday morning in North Carolina. The pews were filling up, the choir was warming their voices, and the sun spilled through stained glass windows. Among the crowd sat Thomas Reed, a lifelong churchgoer who never missed a Sunday service. But this Sunday, something stirred his heart. He had been reading his Bible more seriously, Genesis to Revelation, and came across something that unsettled him deeply. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God. Exodus 28:10. Thomas had always believed Sunday was the biblical Sabbath. But the more he studied, the more he realized that Saturday, the seventh day, was the true Sabbath mentioned in Scripture. Confused, he prayed, "Lord, if I've been following tradition instead of your truth, show me the forgotten truth." Later that week, Thomas found an old recording of Billy Graham's sermon from the 1950s. The famous preacher's words echoed through his small living room. The Bible tells us that the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. It was given as a blessing, a time to rest and to worship God. Yet through history, man changed God's appointed day to Sunday, not by divine command, but by human tradition. Billy Graham was not condemning Sunday worship, but he acknowledged a biblical fact that the Sabbath originally pointed to the seventh day, not the first. There is no record in Scripture, Graham said, that God changed the Sabbath to Sunday. The change came centuries later through church authority and custom. Thomas froze. This was the confirmation he prayed for, truth from Scripture, echoed by one of history's greatest evangelists. The historical shift. Thomas dug deeper. History books confirmed what Billy Graham hinted at. In AD 321, the Roman Emperor Constantine issued a decree making Sunday a day of rest in honor of the sun god. Over time, the early church merged traditions, and Sunday worship became standard practice. Yet, nowhere in the Bible did God declare the Sabbath had moved from Saturday to Sunday. This revelation shook Thomas to the core. How many believers, like me, he thought, have been following tradition without knowing the full truth, the message of grace? But then came another side of Graham's timeless message, grace in the heart of worship. Billy Graham always pointed back to one central truth. Our salvation does not rest on the day we worship, but on the one we worship, Jesus Christ, the Lord of the Sabbath. That hit Thomas hard. He realized that keeping the Sabbath isn't about legalism or ritual. It's about relationship. It's a weekly reminder that God is creator, redeemer, and restorer. The revival of truth. Man changed the day. Christ is Lord of all days. Today, the same call goes out to every believer. Seek truth, not tradition. Worship in spirit and in truth. As Billy Graham once said,